140 degrees. Well, you might be able to hear the wind howling outside. It's another cold day in Portland and it's snowing. I'm going to make myself a little cup of hot soup and get going on a project in the shop. Actually, just kidding. I've been playing with hide glue, and I posted a blog recently on how to make your own glue brush. And the point of that blog was to make an inexpensive glue brush that did not have a metal ferrule. And the reason for that is the iron in the metal ferrule can sometimes stain your work and something you want to stay away from. And so the purists recommend a brush that does not have a metal ferrule. So I showed in my blog how to modify a chip brush to make an inexpensive glue brush. Now you may end up buying your own glue brush eventually, but it's an inexpensive way to get into this and start playing with it. Another inexpensive thing that I've been doing is I use a little Rival hot pot in my shop to heat up hide glue. Eventually I'm going to purchase one of those real expensive electric ones, but this one has worked pretty well and has allowed me to experiment with hide glue and kind of get a feel for it. Let me just show you what I've got here. This is a small heat-resistant glass jar. It actually is a Nutella jar. Anybody that likes chocolate knows what that is. The reason I used it is because it comes with this press-fit plastic top. And when I'm done with the glue for the day, I can put the top on like that and then just put it in my refrigerator and keep the glue in a refrigerated environment until I'm ready to use it again. Then when I want to use it, I just pop the top off, turn the crock pot on in the shop, put that in the hot water, let it come up to temperature, and when it reaches about 140 degrees, that's when you're ready to use the glue. And my glue brush that I made, I've used this now several times. Basically, when I'm done with it for the day, I just wipe it off, point the bristles like that, and let it dry. It dries pretty quick as soon as it cools down. Then I just hang that up in the shop on a little pegboard hanger. When I'm ready to use it again, I just take it out, and you just put it in the glue pot. Now that'll soften up here pretty quick, and then I'll be able to use it for a project. Hide glue is actually kind of interesting. I'm going to post some more information in a future blog, but it's a lot of fun to use, and anybody that's interested in period work will be fascinated with this. This is one of the original adhesives that goes back to the Egyptian times. And basically it's just a product made from the collagen from hides, and it's sold in granular form. There's different strengths, which I'll talk about in the future, but you rehydrate it, get it up to temperature, and then just use a brush. Now, I've made kind of a big brush, and the reason for that is because this brush I'm going to be doing some veneer work, but you can make smaller brushes. Sometimes this is used a lot in instrument making, and they will use very small brushes to apply glue in small areas. So you don't have to make as big of a brush as I made. And this will be melting down here pretty quick. Well, hide glue has its own pace. It's a slower pace than using the PVA glues that we're used to using in our shop, such as Titebond. While I was waiting for the brush to loosen up, I took advantage of that time to mix up some more shellac, which I need for the project I'm working on. So it's an interesting smell in my shop today to smell the hide glue warming up intermixed with the alcohol from the shellac. Kind of reminiscent, I'm sure, of old-time cabinet shops. So I just wanted to show you real quick here. When the hide glue is mixed up the way it should look like thin syrup. And this is ready to use, and you can adjust the consistency a little bit depending upon the work you're using. And this brush, basically when I'm done using it, I'll just drain it off like this. Then I'll just wipe off the glue that's on the brush. and then just let it cool on a paper towel, and that is all you need to do. And then next time you use it, when you're heating up your glue, just let the brush heat up with the glue. It'll soften up and you're ready to use it. Hope you enjoyed this. I'm enjoying playing with hide glue in the shop, and it might be something you'd be interested in doing as well. Again, you can get into it pretty inexpensively. You can make your own hide glue brush without a metal ferrule, and you can get an inexpensive rival hot pot. Probably costs, I think it was $13 or $14, a little mason jar and some hide glue, and you're ready to start experimenting.